Hey guys, Brandon here, and I've done a lot of boat DIY with the motor and everything, pretty confident with that, but today I'm attempting to tackle boat carpet. I got some new carpet already, so we're going to attempt to take this off. I'm kind of going to tell you what I find along the way, any lessons I've learned, and pretty much show you the process of doing it. I know a little bit about it, but still don't know what I'm getting into, but we're going to try, so follow along. So the carpet I have here is obviously red, but it's pretty flat. So I'm hoping it comes off easy, but I don't know because it's obviously been on there a long time. Now I got the lids to do. So we'll see on that. We're gonna take a lot of stuff off right now. That will probably be the most challenging down there. The good thing about these up here is those are insides are already done, so I don't have to worry about that. It's just basically the top, but I gotta take all my junk off up there and my hardware, and we'll see. I got a quote on this carpet and it was like $1,800, and I said nope, not doing that. So we're gonna try it ourselves, and hopefully we don't end up paying the $1,800 plus carpet. So far it's looking like it's gonna come up fairly easy. You got this little lip here that just tucks in that lip. It's not actually glued or stapled or anything. So I'm gonna kind of gently pull back and try to save the whole thing to use as a template. We'll see how that goes. In doing my research, following another video, I got a good idea from a guy that labeled all his Ziploc bags with the hardware from, taking out all these. So I'm putting that in Ziploc bags. I got all my front unit screws there, label them how I can remember them. So these boxes just have, so I took one out there, just screws all the way down. Plus you got that bracket to take off, and then they come right out. Got this one off already over here. For the most part, it's coming up fairly clean. I had a little bit of tear on these corners over here, but it's all clean. There's no big glue spots. There's a little bit there, but nothing major that we'll have to chisel up so far. So far so good. Really not so bad to pull up the carpet. The only problem was the corners. Like they were just glued down good, but I don't think that'll be a big deal when I'm cutting my template. See, so right now there's not too much glue, but I want to scrape it. I don't need to get it perfectly clean. I think it'll be fine without it. And there's really not much that's sticking up besides right where those boat seats were. I don't know what that is on there. It's like putty, but we'll take all that off. I'm going to use this to help chisel off any glue, and then really just a wire brush, scrape it real good, vacuum it up, and then kind of probably move this in the garage. I'm just going to do it out here while all the dust and everything's flying in the air. Don't need to do that in the garage. And then pull it in the garage and kind of prep it for glue. Obviously cut the carpet, get it all laid out, and we'll kind of show you the steps there. But so far, maybe because it's just so old, the carpet, taking off the carpet from the boat has been pretty easy. Let's see how the rest of it goes though. I wanted to show you something on these boat seats. So they're basically just, on this 96 model, they're just clipped in. There's one screw that held it to a little bracket on the seat. On both sides, there's just two, and then it just slid. They're basically hinged in here, and they just slid the whole back seat out, able to get to that carpet pretty easy. So what I think I figured out with this is just the compound they put down to hold this metal plate in that holds the seat post. So I got around it a little bit, but I don't want to like tear too much of it out. Just in case. So I'm gonna just kind of leave as is. This is fairly well clean. I got a couple rough spots up there and up there I'm gonna clean up. Still got some back here that I need to get, but overall looking pretty good, getting close. All right, again, not perfect, but man, these two tools work really well, especially this, just to scrape off that glue. And then I use basically this to scuff up the deck, because I think that'll help that glue and the carpet kind of bond together a little better if it's scraped up. That's why I'm not worried about it being perfect, but just as long as it's rough, where obviously I'm going to clean it so there's no dust on it before we put glue and everything carpet down, but that should let it stick on there pretty well, and probably get it in the garage and prep the carpet. All right, we're in the garage now. Got the carpet here. I ordered this off Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. It was actually pretty affordable, less than I thought. I don't know if I have enough here, so I may have to order more, but it's a standard 20-ounce carpet, so I don't know, not real thick, but thicker than what I had. Got the charcoal color, just kind of standard, I guess. So we're gonna roll this out and cut the templates. Hopefully that goes well. I was able to pull out most of the carpet without ripping, besides some corners, but I think I should be able to get it. So I'm gonna take that and trace around it. Got a few wrinkles I'm trying to pull out, but hopefully that won't matter too much. I don't know. Try to get them cleaned up a little bit more. Obviously circle my holes there. I'm gonna make a couple dots where like my boat ties were hooked there. I'll make a couple marks through the carpet on that, just so I can kind of find them after I cut it out and put it back on the boat. But my lids, like I said, they came out okay, better than expected. You know, some of them lost some pieces, but enough I can kind of mark what I need, and hopefully comes out all right. All right, so I got the carpet cut. Decided to do it outside, just glue smell, and I got cutting area in there. I got it fitted in there, holes matched up. Looks like it fits fairly well. I don't really know if I'll really be able to tell until I start gluing it down or sticking it in. But I'm gonna start up here, glue this down, and kind of work my way back. So I got the top halfway down, glued here. I'm just kind of working my way back, but got this little trim piece here, so I just been sticking this thing in here, and then I can kind of slide it along like that and shove the carpet. Hard to do with one hand, but shove the carpet up underneath it into that little track there. May have to trim a little bit to get it up in there, but so far it's going good. Okay, got the front deck nearly done. Got all these rails done. I have these sitting in here just to help with the seals, just help push the pressure on the edges there. But everything went in fairly well. I do have some overlap. You can see here that I'll take a knife and cut out. But really this tool worked really well, just sticking it again under that and just kind of sliding it down and pushing the carpet up underneath of this thing. That really worked really well. To keep it under this rail. And then, so I'm gonna let that sit and dry and move to the back and knock it out. But overall, it went in pretty well. I think I got glued every little corner that I could. Yeah, happy with it. Okay, so I'm taking off these back hinges here on the locker doors. Yeah, just unscrew this, I think, and then should all peel off. I'll have to take this off too, the handle, and then I'm just going to peel this one off, and then lay it out and cut it as well, and hopefully be able to match it right back up for all of them. So it looks like for these, you know, this was in here like this. That was on the front side. There's 2 screws that I pulled out, those 2 right there. Took that out, that popped out, and then this just screws off. Take that whole thing off and you're good. Okay, for the lid here, I just basically did the same thing. Ripped the carpet off the lid, cleaned it up, and cut it where it's gonna fold over. Just like that. Tuck those in, put that back in, got that cut out, and should be kind of plug and play there. One thing that I figured out on the last one that was a challenge is these holes. So there's holes through here, which I've covered up now, but I marked them with black Sharpie. You can see those. And so now I basically can, I stuck my screwdriver through there and actually poked a hole. I'm gonna do it right now. Poked a hole so I can line that bracket back up and stick it right where it was. The last one I didn't do that, so it took a little bit of searching to find where those holes were. So something to think about. All right, guys, so obviously the lids were a little bit of a challenge. It took me a little longer than I thought it was going to. I was trying to, open those lids and cleaning off all that glue and everything just took a lot longer to put all the carpet back on than I intended. So not the same day, but we got it all together. It went pretty smooth, honestly. It just took a lot of time. So with the latches, that was the only thing that wasn't smooth is I didn't mark the holes good enough where I needed to put the latches back onto the boat, where the latch was on the lid, but putting it back on the boat was a little bit of a challenge. So if you're doing that, make sure you pay close attention to those lids, marking them correctly so you can get those screws in there. Otherwise, it was a fairly easy process. It just takes time. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.